right, so I had a bit of a power outage the other day, and I knew one array was down. So the array that's out the back, this one down here that I have to mow around, but I haven't been doing any mowing, I snapped the cable. This one here where I need to mow in front of it, but anyway, I snapped the cable just here with the mower last time I mowed, and I didn't have any connections to refix that. I could have just twisted it together, but I didn't worry about it. Now at about, so I've still got another, so there's another array over there, and those two are in parallel. So, but it shouldn't hurt to run one. Well, I don't know if it does or it doesn't. They say they're supposed to be equal in parallel. Well, they are equal in parallel, but if one hasn't got any sun on it, because it's in parallel, it doesn't know whether it's running one or two. There's less wattage, but there's the same voltage because it's in parallel. So it shouldn't have hurt it. Didn't seem to hurt it. But I went down and the alarm went off, and like the machine, the solar charger, inverter charger, it's got a little alarm that goes off when it's depowered, so it's just beep. So I had to run the generator, but I'm monitoring it. I fixed that connection, but I'm still looking at the controller over here. I had voltage, you probably can't see that, but I had voltage on the other two grids, but this grid, the original grid, had no voltage on it. Couldn't work out why. I was looking around at all the cables up the top. I removed all the plants along here so there's no shading on it, and then as I was pulling that out, while I was pulling these trees out, I noticed this one was disconnected, so that's what the problem was. I checked every single one by eye that way down the bottom, plus I climbed up and checked all these ones up the top. The only one I didn't check was right here, and it was the one that was unplugged. Alright, that's that. So now I'm making a good 5,000 watts of power, and that'll get me through winter with no problems. So it's good to have it sorted out. I've been wondering, I haven't put a huge effort into it because I've been down, but I was sort of like, why has that stopped? I don't know. And then this morning I was doing other stuff. I thought, well, I was in the vicinity, I may as well pull out all these weeds or trees and work out why it's not working. Now I know, she's all go. All right, well, I've run the figures now with the solar going really good again, and I was only making about 2,000 watts, just over 2,000 watts for the last week, and I've really done nothing this week. I've been on a down on the bipolar, but I couldn't work out what was going on. I just, in my head, you know, like I like to, normally you're going to I will configure in my head what's wrong, what can be wrong, right? Now I checked all those connections, but it was one of those connections. So we've gone from 2,000 watts, just a bit over 2,000 watts, to just a bit under 6,000 watts. That makes a big difference, you know. That's 3 times power consumption. It's only 11 o'clock, and we've gone up 10% on the battery, like in the last hour. It's been an hour since it's been running, so you know, it's getting back to the point where it's good again and I don't have to worry about it. Now, having said that, if I did check some of the, like I said, some of those connections, I think the only one I didn't connect was the one that was stuffed. Those connections, they click together, so they can't come apart. Every now and then when you put one in, it didn't click in. Well, they won't fall apart, but if a chicken goes up there, flies for some reason and lands on that, well then it's going to come apart. So all right, well, I really need to shave. I'm looking at myself in the camera there. I'm like, you need to shave, mate. I'm going to go edit all these and go not use them. Sometimes I go to edit the TV. Sometimes I go to edit and I go, that's shit, you look shit. That's why I liked the beard, which will come back later. I do have to go to court, so I'm not putting the beard back on yet. But for the moment, I just let it go a bit rough anyway. So 11 o'clock, sorry, quarter to 11, and I'm at about 96% battery, so all systems going now and everything's back to as it should be. All right, I'm going to get on with some other stuff.